What's good? By now, y'all know Terence Crawford is taking another fight in December and not fighting Errol Spence next. Now, the Errol Spence Jr. fans are trying to paint a narrative that this is somehow Terence Bud Crawford's fault that the fight didn't get done. How? Oh, he knew he had this fight planned all this time. No. Y'all, they called y'all bluff. He said he's fighting this year. Y'all want to wait him out, hoping he stay rusty the whole nine. Y'all didn't want no parts of this fight. Y'all BS'd. He signed and agreed to all your BS. Your lawyers had the contract. Purse agreements, everything. He agreed to all y'all BS stipulations just to get the fight. All the stuff y'all thought Terence Crawford wouldn't agree to. Then y'all come with new things. Now we got a new obstacle. Terence Crawford can't have any paperwork. Where they do that at? He's supposed to just what? Trust Al Heyman? Believe in Al Heyman. Al Heyman should tell you. That don't make sense. Those are the type of practices Al Heyman was supposed to be saving the fighters for. See, here's the thing. Al Heyman wants Terence Crawford. He wants Terence Crawford so bad, he's willing to do anything he can to try to get Terence Crawford to sign on to multiple fights. But Terence Crawford don't need to sign with Al Heyman. He kept y'all, meaning the general public, he kept y'all in what we would say despair. All these Errol Spence nut holders. Let me address y'all on something. He kept y'all from this fight because he was never going to do this fight as long as Terence Bud Crawford was with Top Rank. It wasn't Bob Arum's fault. Bob Arum has spoke candidly about this fight with me off record and on record. It was never that. It was always this. Now, when we start getting into narratives and get into situations that don't make any sense whatsoever, We need to start talking about what's real and what's not real. That's what we need to do. Let's get back to that element. Because we seem to have lost our way. Yeah, we've lost our way. We're sitting here giving credit to those who don't want to fight as opposed to those who do. And Errol comes out telling this lie, painting the narrative. Oh, he already had this fight then. He already had this fight in his back pocket. So this was his plan all along, was he not fight? Man, your country Bama ass. Look, let me tell you something. You should know better. He know you really don't want it like that. He know you not ready for him. This is different than any fighter you ever fought, Errol. And he gonna show it to you. You can't just put your head down and start plowing forward and thinking you got this standstill target. This ain't gonna work that way. You fighting somebody that can hit you back and hit you back hard. And you got him so mad he ready to fight you for real. Outside. Terence Crawford ain't playing no game. He ready to fight you for real. You brought it to this. So if anybody believe Terence Crawford is the reason the fight ain't happening because he want to pull out and do another fight and all that, that's BS. That is BS. The fight ain't happening because Errol Spence, PBC, Al Heyman are pulling strings. They're changing the whole tone about everything. Every single thing is being changed. After Terence Bud Crawford agreed to everything, sent everything to the lawyers, they had the fight date November 19th. He was all ready for it, right? Errol Spence never signed. So why didn't Errol Spence sign? Terence Crawford signed and agreed to all they BS. It was with the lawyers. Errol Spence never signed any goddamn thing. So what that tell you? Errol wasn't going to be ready by November 19th. Bud would have. But he wouldn't have. Straight up and down. And that's really just the gist to it. So that's why the fight ain't happening. Like I said, it's Al Heyman wanting to sign Terence Crawford. If Terence Crawford was signed with PBC, fight be on next week. Because Al know, okay, I could lose Errol. I got Bud. Errol is expendable.
Exactly what he did to the minister.
Listen. I had a problem with a lot of different people who had problems. You understand what I'm saying? And this boxing game is crazy. I'm not in it as much as I used to be. Because I'm just like, it's for me running side by side, I'm like, let the younger guys do that. I've done all that. The reporting, the interviews, it's tiring. It's exhausting. And I'm just at the point now, it's a young man's game. Let the next guy have a shot. And we let them go and cover the fight. Me and Sean, we sit back. But if you're looking at all the things that are, or that makes a fight what it is, and make the bout what it is, then you understand exactly how Terence Crawford feels. You know that he's serious when he says something. So it is what it is. Now, it went from a friendly thing, but it would go to a physical thing real fast. Because Terence Crawford want to fight. And he ain't going to like you no more. When this thing get that, it's getting to the thing like we were cool, but dog, y'all playing games with my career, my life, everything, dog. I'm training every day. You know, thought I was dealing with honorable black men. But now I see I'm dealing with snakes in different colors. And everybody like, dog, you turning against Floyd. You turning against Floyd. I'm not turning against Floyd. Floyd is like a brother. Period. My disdain is how PBC is running this company. They have turned around and become the same exact example of what they said they were fighting against. They just removed one person's name and put their own name and did the same damn practices. So all the stuff they were talking about, oh, we ain't gonna be like that. Our fighters gonna fight everybody, all the different companies. We ain't gonna just keep it in house like Top Rank been doing. That's what they claim was Top Rank was just keeping all the fighters fighting Top Rank. Remember, people were tired of that. They protected their fighters. So they let them fight the best. Best need to fight the best. That's what they advertise with PBC. The best fighting the best, and what we see. Tomato can versus tomato cans on pay-per-view. It's like, what? Y'all laughing because Terence Crawford got a deal for $10 million. He got a $10 million deal. I'm like, man, y'all sit there like it's a bad thing. He got $10 million guaranteed. So no matter what happens, his money is guaranteed by a management firm that could afford it. They're going to advertise this fight. And his $10 million is guaranteed. So you telling me a man that's making $10 million in a fight with his pay-per-view upside and everything else that you don't even know, he just has a guaranteed purse of $10 million. And you telling him he's a failure or whatever, you don't even know what the rest is of anything else concerning that, what's surrounding that. Y'all don't even know. Y'all have no idea how it's structured, but yet you're condemning it. But the reason why this happens is because you keep accepting PBC's BS. They keep misleading you with their nonsense. And y'all buy it. Y'all eat it up. Y'all like, thank you, sir. Give me another. Thank you, sir. May I have another? And they like, sure. Polly want a cracker? Here you go. We ain't gonna deny Polly that cracker. So as long as you keep supporting the BS, they're gonna keep feeding you the BS. Y'all don't demand better. Y'all let them build up tomato cans and put the tomato cans in as a main event. and make y'all believe it's great. Y'all just eating slop. I was like, man, y'all eat slop mix. You got dog it mixed with pig it, and you put it in the ring and mix it all together, and y'all go, this some new it. No, it ain't. It's still it. So letting y'all know right away. I don't really get jiggy with none of this stuff. They bring Abnormalities out for the first time in forever. He couldn't even whoop the tune-up. Then you trying to build up Gervonta Tank Davis by fighting none of the champions. I mean, he just fought Rolly. Rolly has power, but Rolly's very inexperienced and was not ready for that moment at all. Again, this is somebody who's a 3-time world champion, basically fighting an exhibition fight on pay-per-view. Now, they were getting away with it earlier during the pandemic because people couldn't go out. They understood it. But then now people can go out to events. It's like, whoa, what are we doing? Shouldn't this be on Fox or Showtime or something? Like, what is actually happening here? Why am I being charged $40, sometimes $70, to watch a tune-up fight? It's saturating the pay-per-view market. So when you got a real fight that's on pay-per-view, now you're like, well, I spent all my money on this fight, this garbage fight. Now I can't order the fight. So now people get exhausted from spending all this money on pay-per-view. Well, you got to think about it. What was the main contributing factors to Terence Crawford not doing the fight? They tried to get this fight a while ago, and Al Heyman was nowhere to be found to try to make the fight. He wouldn't even take Bob Arum's call. This is before things went bad with Crawford and Bob Arum, because Todd was handling it. Bob Arum was gonna try to make the fight happen, so he put Todd DeBow as his stepson and vice president of Top Rank. So Todd went and had a conversation because he has a great relationship with Floyd. They're friends. So even when Floyd had a problem with Bob Arum, him and Todd were still friends. So they were at the MGM Grand, and him and Todd was there, and he says, hey, we want to make a fight with your boy, but Al ain't returning the calls. And he said, all right, I'll have Al get in contact with you. Yeah, we want to make that fight happen too. I want to see that myself. So he's like, yeah, we'll make that happen. I'll talk to Al. I'll call you tonight. Al Heyman never responded to Todd DeBow. They reached out to see about the possibility of making a pay-per-view fight. And the setup, okay, let's get into a setup to try to make this fight happen. And that ended up becoming the Porter fight. And they didn't take any calls. But next thing you know, they already setting up a Danny Garcia fight right after Sean Porter. And it was like, whoa. Danny Garcia? Now, Keith Thurman just beat Danny Garcia. Sean Porter ended up beating Danny Garcia. And now Danny Garcia has fought a tune-up, and now he's in there for the shot at the title again for all the belts against Errol Spence. Errol Spence fought Mikey Garcia. Like all these little bitty guys who are not even welterweights. But Terence Crawford has stopped every welterweight he's ever fought and beat them. Anyone that fought Errol, he beat him way better than Errol has beat him. Errol's going to the cards with everybody. This is the first stoppage win he got. He couldn't even stop Mikey or Danny Garcia. And they were little. And he didn't really get a knockout here. His eye was so messed up that the guy couldn't continue. So that's the only way they stopped the fight. But still, no knockdowns, nothing. So where's this outstanding power? You know, that's what I'm saying. It's like they have been misleading you with all of this nonsense for a long time. Errol is a good fighter. He's not a great fighter. He's a good fighter. He's good in his element. But no, he can be beaten easily with the right fighter. And the right fighter is Terence Crawford, a guy who can do A, B, C, and D. Errol can do A and B real well. Long as the fights stay at A and B, he's cool. If I got a small guy whose power don't really affect me, I'm good. This is my element. If I could have him flat-footed, not using a lot of movement, moving around, changing angles, that makes it easier for me to do my thing. Well, we'll see when it's all said and done. Eventually, they will fight because the public will demand it too much. If not, then they're just going to end up blaming Errol because that's who you got to blame. This fight ain't going to happen until y'all get y'all boy, because Al Heyman ain't on social media. He don't care. Y'all got to cut the cord. If it say PBC and it ain't the fight you want to see, you don't know the name, cut the cord. Cut it. That's the only way you're going to start seeing these fights. No, I'm not mad at Wilder fighting a tune-up fight. Why would I be mad at that? Hell, he should be fighting a tune-up fight. Tune these fools up. I mean, hell, he's just lost 2 brutal knockouts in a row, basically. So, you know, let him fight some tune-ups. But he called out the champ, right, with all the belts. He called him out, saying, call me, right? But right now, they setting up Luis Ortiz versus Deontay Wilder. That was in works when this fight was going on. But he called out the champ publicly. But they already working on Ortiz. Now, we're going to close it by letting Bud close it and tell you how he truly feels. I'm out. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell. The Cash App is Carceno, Karceno. And thank you and God bless to those who hit up the Super Chat. I appreciate it.
If we was to fight right now on the streets, I'll break your fucking neck. And that's on my kids. And you know it, I know it, and the whole world know it. And I'm not talking about no fighting in the ring. If me and you was to fight outside, I will break your neck. If we was to fight right now on the streets, I'll break your fucking neck. And that's on my kids. And you know it, I know it, and the whole world know it. And I'm not talking about no fighting in the ring. If me and you was to fight outside, I will break your neck.